So if you've not been following the news, we know that Mega, or at least Megas, are going to be the new Scarlet and Violet as such. Basically, they're going to be the new kind of focus across sets. We've seen Megas being featured before, but most definitely this is going to be a new level of kind of the sets themselves. So your Paldea Evolved, your Temporal Forces will be the focus of Megas. And a big one that we are seeing, Pokemon basically have to put in, I don't know if it is copyrights or at least kind of like a almost ownership. So it says the trademarks, that's what I was looking for. Trademarks for names, for specific stuff, and they have given us something already, which is always interesting. They have given us the Inferno X set trademark. Now, this is always going to be interesting because whenever you think of Inferno, you're thinking fire. Whenever you're thinking fire in Pokemon, you're thinking Charizard, let's be real. And obviously we already know that most definitely the X and Y era was just incredible when it came to just being one of the better sets that you could personally find. And we have got some already announced. We've got the two mega sets here with obviously Lucario and Gardevoir, or Gardevoir. I can never pronounce her name right. It always comes out different. You'll get used to it. But in general, we can obviously see the two here. These are just custom. They're not necessarily, I don't think they are guaranteed to be looking like this. They are, I want to say, they are custom made, or what is it, the concept art? I believe. Now I'm kind of questioning myself, but that's not the point of this. We are then having this, or since the TCG schedule is currently focused on the older Mega Evolutions, it's possible the Inferno X could feature a popular Mega Evolution like Mega Charizard X. It depends on the ZA will actually release after the game hits store shelves. We should start to see the new Mega Evolutions headlining sets. So obviously when you look at this, these were from the X and Y era. Obviously you have got the two Megas, well, they're both the same Mega Charizard to be honest. But in general, it's going to be very interesting to see where we go with this. So obviously we've got April 18th, which is going to be the Glory of Team Rocket. That is coming out very soon, actually. 17 days to go. That is going to be our second half of the Destined Rivals. We then having May, I don't think... Oh wow, May there were no new sets in 2023, 2024, and now 2025. What's in May? Is it restocks, I want to say? I want to say reprints, restocks are coming for Prismatic and 151, mainly in America at the moment. We then have June 6th coming for Black Bolt and White Flare, which is basically, I believe so far, we haven't had too much from it. It's going to be the 151 of Black and White era. August 1st, we're going to have Mega Brave and the other Mega, which are going to feature the Lucario and also Gardevoir. And then September 5th, two deck names, starter set Mega Gengar EX and starter set Mega Diancie EX. I didn't even know. Only I suppose Diancie, yeah, of course, Pokemon Go's got her. And then October, because normally it's about 6 to 8 months for the trademark to go live, is going to be the potential for an Inferno X. Now, what does this kind of mean for the sets themselves? When you kind of go back and look through a lot of these older sets, it's kind of hard to kind of gauge what we're going to be looking like because they have changed so much more. Like this is Flash Fire, I believe. Was this Flash Fire? Yeah, so you got Flash Fire. So obviously when you look at the actual EXs now, because we have got a total different one, they're still the same cards. They're not necessarily anything different. We do have some very nice ones in themselves, and you do also have the Mega EXs in them as well. So naturally you're going to get a few. Obviously it depends if they've got a Mega. Charizard was a massive feature across all of these sets, but you'll be able to see like Magnezone EX, and I believe other Megas. You obviously had the other Mega Charizard just because there was two different versions. You also have Kangaskhan and Mega Kangaskhan. Now, I'm kind of interested in these. Like, these were nice, in my opinion. They were decent cards in themselves. The artwork's nice on them. They look a little bit better than what we had. And a funny kind of, well, a fun note is that you have this writing here that's obviously in Japanese. On English cards, this was Japanese, and I believe, if I was correct with the fact, on the Japanese cards, this was English. So it kind of had that link together, which was always interesting in themselves. So naturally you've got these, but then when you kind of come to the end of the set and you've got kind of your almost illustration, your special rare set. You had a few. Obviously, you've got Charizard, Magnezone as full arts as we normally do. You have a couple of trainer full arts that actually do look pretty sick. But then you have kind of your almost mega special illustration, which are not necessarily illustrations at this. They are kind of like the extras at the end. It's going to be interesting to see, because when now you look, for instance, at some of the sets at the moment, obviously, to be honest, Prismatic's probably the worst set I could have shown. Say like Temporal Forces, very standard set. We've got REXs going in, and then as you go further down, you've obviously then got the illustrations, you've got your full arts, your hyper rares, your special illustrations. What does this mean for these sets going up? Because does it mean that we're only going to get mega illustrations? Are we still going to get illustrations? That's going to be the interesting part when we do see the Mega Brave, and also start to see the actual set list themselves, because it will let us know how truly hard these sets are going to be, or are they taking a break from all of these illustrations? I probably imagine that they're not going to, but in general, it's going to be interesting to see where they go, because we've had X amount of years now with it. Like, we look at the likes of the Lost Origin, we had at the end a few kind of full arts, we had a few special illustrations, a couple of normal V illustrations as well, and then we had a lot of rainbow and also kind of going into the gold cards. But then also we did have the trainer gallery as well, which was kind of the new thing that was set in for Lost Origin, for Silver Tempest, for Crown Zenith, and for Astral Radiance, and even for Brilliant Stars as well. So they were evolving when you look at, compared to kind of the base Sword and Shield, we look at that now and think that's actually a relatively easy set. Like, we've obviously got a few normal V cards of full arts, and then you kind of go into the rainbows. You don't really have too many special illustrations. It's still a lot of cards for a set, compared to when we go to a standard, if we go to like the X and Y base set, which obviously was featuring quite a lot. We have 146 cards in, a few megas as we know, and that's kind of about it. They were kind of the hit cards, really, the megas. As we go further down, obviously you've got your Veltal, EX, you've got Skarmory, but as you get to the end, we had like FF, you upgrades, and that's about it. Like, we look at Venusaur, it's coming in at 34. You've got 40 for the Blastoise, you've got 11 for Emolga, 19 for Yveltal, 15 for Skarmory, and 41 for Xerneas. And that's about it. Where you think, realistically, if we look at that set right now, if we go and take like the Journey Together right now and think, we probably have got more in one card value than we have got in all of them. And that's going to be the interesting part. They go with these megas. And Charizard in himself is going to be very expensive. I can see that an absolute mile off. It's a very interesting set that's going to come out, and we will kind of cover more of the news and really what you want to look for, how to collect this set, and kind of really what's the most efficient way, because that's going to be the interesting part as we go into a new era, especially with this hype that we've got. Journey Together seems to be quite a decent one in terms of the prices are actually kind of going down a little bit, which is normal, but it'll be interesting to see if they go back up relatively soon, but we'll talk about that more than likely on Friday. So let me know down below what you think about this new set. I'm interested. I like the Charizard. I'm just kind of hoping they don't go too crazy with it. I would be very interested with a special illustration Mega Charizard and all the other Megas, but at what cost? I don't want 15, 20 of them in a set. I want just a couple and make them relatively affordable. But apparently that will be the point of what Pokemon try and do for us. But we've got plenty of features before that. Obviously, we're going to have a look at the Glory of Team Rocket, the Black Ball and White Flare, and then we also have the Mega Sets prior to this, so we will gear up for all of that. So let me know what you think. Peace.